Hi, I'm Madison. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Z.
Yeah, so I watched the movie and your music is such a nice touch to the film. I really feel like it elevates all of the material. I'm curious as an artist though, I know that the story unfolds, in a non-linear fashion. So I'm curious, how did you adjust to that when you were writing, or did it just not really affect you at all?
It definitely didn't affect me writing wise.
Mm,
The fun part is that everything you see in this movie is written into the script.
right.
So it wasn't the sort of thing where he wrote it and then jumbled it around in editing. Every chapter, every lens, sort of half of the music, it's all sort of written in. So I knew the whole sort of piece of what I was working with. And I'm also I anything nonlinear is like crack to me. Like I was saying the other night, like I wrote my senior thesis on Tristram Shandy and my like junior thesis on Pale Fire. So this kind of modernism like really, really works for me. But I think it definitely part of that, the sort of nonlinear, the stressful nonlinear nature of it, I think seeps into the way I was writing these songs because, I didn't see anything as they were shooting it. So I really had the script to go off of.
Mhm.
And I think understanding the sort of the beautiful candy coated anxiety that was sort of the tone of this film, I think made it really easy for me to figure out what world to write these songs in. Also because I think I exist in candy coated anxiety at all times. So I'm really
I
the
can
man.
relate to that. Since you only were acting, I mean, since you only had the script and you didn't see what they were filming, what were sort of your like touchstones or your access points to kind of figure out the right tone musically?
Well, part of it came from JT. Well, one, JT really liked my music to begin with. He really liked my last record, Get Z to a Nunnery. So I knew at least that we were starting from a place that I sort of understood. And then there were just sort of a lot of conversations of, I think the first thing that he said was sort of Julie Cruz, Leonard Cohen. Like what's the midway point between those two? And that, definitely gave me a good place to start. And then for some of these, there were he had different songs written into the script as potential songs to license. So like there was a
Mm.
Sybil Bayer song, there was a Leonard Cohen song, and I just sort of this is one of my favorite exercises as a writer that I've been doing since I started of okay, so here's this song. What would be my version of that?
Yeah.
And and I think every artist is so sort of unique that like it ends up sounding absolutely nothing like it. And even Oasis trying to sound exactly like the Beatles, like you hear two bars of an Oasis song and you know it's
Right.
a Oasis. But I think
Um,
it's a great way to write songs.
yeah, I was up right when I was listening to this the music and afterwards I was like, this soundtrack would be great on vinyl. So I kind of hope we get, I
You're
don't
gonna get the final. It'll be a little late because
know.
these things take a long time these days, but I think by November we'll have
Oh, that's
final.
awesome. Yeah, I feel like it would fit perfectly with this movie and the soundtrack. I was like,
Yeah, well, and
it.
it's the whole world of the film, and it is all very analog. It requires vinyl, so
Right.
it's
Well, thank
coming.
you so much for chatting with me. Yeah, I can't wait to check that out and have a good one.
Thank you. You too.